everyone, this is Karen.
Welcome everybody, I am Shane.
Today we have our lesson on translation practice, and one of the topics we're going to talk about today is
peer pressure.
Peer pressure. What's peer pressure?
Well, peers means people who are like around your same age or in the same group of people that you're in, right?
And they're applying pressure on you to do something maybe sometimes you don't want to do.
Right. Usually this is about trying to fit in.
That's right.
With other people.
I think especially when you're in school, your world is, revolved around your friends and then, different cool crowds. You want to be cool, you want to fit in. So sometimes you would really let your friends affect your decisions.
Right. So if they're doing something that you feel
uncomfortable
doing, you might still want to do it because you want them to accept you and think that you're cool. Right?
But now that you're all grown up, like you would realize that's not important at all.
Right. It's more
how people see you is not really important.
Because you probably will never talk to those people again after you graduate. And the truth is that it's more important to just stay true to who you are, because you're going to be that person for your whole life. And that's what's going to make you is to be you. Don't try to be other people, right? Just be yourself and
love yourself.
Yeah, that's so sweet.
It is.
All right, everybody, love yourselves. Do not worry about peer pressure. Just do
the right thing. Do the right thing for yourself.
That's right.
All right, good ending.
All right.
Translation practice. Practice A.
It's natural to experience failure before you achieve success. As long as you don't give up and have confidence in yourself, you will succeed in the end.
Hi, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Hanny.
Welcome to this month's translation practice. As you might have guessed, we'll be translating today. I say we get started. Let's begin translating the first of today's 4 sentences.
Good idea. 好，今天要翻译的第一句是在你成功之前经历失败是很自然的。那么主词是经历失败，动词是。那因为是在陈述事实，所以使它用现在简单式。
Okay, everyone, let the explanations begin. Now, there's a saying or a proverb in English. I believe it goes like this. Nothing succeeds like success. Now, what does this mean? It means that success can and often does lead to greater and greater successes. Okay, but is everyone successful right away? No. Most people fail before they become successful. Before you achieve success. Before you succeed, before you become successful. Now, to succeed in this sentence means to do well. So if you are a success, that's the word success being used as a noun, you succeed, and that's the word being used as a verb. Simply, a success succeeds in business, let's say, or in private life, in being happy, etc. Now further, if you succeed, you are successful. And I've just used that word now, or I've used the adjective form of this particular word. Anyways, remember this. Failure often comes first. It comes before you are a success, before you achieve success, before you succeed, or before you become successful. For example, Bill Gates, he dropped out of Harvard before he became successful.
比尔盖茨在他成功之前是一位哈佛大学的中辍生，他在大3的那一年离开哈佛。我们先来看成功的相关词性。Success 是名词，表示成功。Succeed 是动词，表示成功。那么 successful 则是形容词，形容成功的。那么要表达在你成功之前呢，我们可以用这3个词性表达，分别是 before you achieve success。Before you succeed, 或者是 before you become successful. 好，例如 You need to allow yourself to fail before you succeed. 在你成功之前，必须允许自己失败。 那顺便补充一下 ，Jeff 老师刚好提到一个谚语是 "Nothing succeeds like success"， 有人是把它翻译成像一顺百顺，一事成就百事顺这样。Bill Gates dropping out of Harvard, is that really a failure? Because I don't think he failed out.
No, he didn't. And looking back, dropping out of Harvard was the right move for him. But if he hadn't succeeded, if he'd failed in business, he probably would have regretted leaving Harvard. Anyways, though, that's enough about Bill Gates. Most of us will probably fail before going on to starting Microsoft or something like that. But all jokes aside, it's natural to experience failure before you experience success. It's natural to experience failure. Now, if you say that something is natural or is only natural, you're saying that it makes total sense. Something that is natural is normal, expected, totally unsurprising. For example, it's natural to want to eat ice cream on a hot summer day.
在大热天、炎炎夏日，想要吃冰淇淋是很自然的。那我们先来学句型 ，it is 形容词加不定词，是用来描述做某事是怎么样的。其中的 it 是虚主词，用来代替不定词。例如 ，It's impossible to please everyone， 要讨好每个人是不可能的。那我们要翻译经历失败是很自然的，那就可以写成 It's natural。to experience failure. 好了，那么现在看相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子喽。So the sentence could be,
It's natural to experience failure before you achieve success.
Okay, it is time to take a look at the second sentence of the day. 今天要翻译的第二句是，只要你不放弃，并对自己有信心，最后一定会成功。那么后半句是主要子句，虽然中文里面它省略了相同的主词你，但是在英文里面不能省略哦，所以主要子句的主词就是你，动词是会成功。那它是在承接上一句，所以时态用现在简单式。
Folks,We've got a lot of work to do right now. Good news, though, as long as we finish the following 4 explanations, we can take a break. So, let's get started. As long as. Now, notice how I just used this adverbial phrase, as long as. Now, what I meant to say above is that we'll be taking a break soon, as long as we meet a certain condition, as long as we finish our work. That's what the phrase as long as can help us to express. Yes, you've got a condition or maybe a list of conditions. Okay, you've got a condition and it needs to be met. And once you do meet that condition, well, you can do something, you can get something, etc. Just as long as you meet the condition or the conditions. For example, you can play in the park as long as you behave yourself.
只要你守规矩，就可以在公园玩。那么 as long as 是用来引导表示条件的副词子句，来表达说只要怎么样就怎么样。那么也可以写作 so long as。好，例如 You can take photos in the aquarium as long as you don't use a flash。只要你不使用闪光灯，就可以在水族馆里面拍照了。Okay, so nothing succeeds like success is a saying in English. Here's another phrase for you all too. Quitters never win.
That's true. So long as you never see something through to the end, you'll never win. So don't quit. Don't give up. Give up. If you quit doing something, you give up. If you're playing a game and you stop playing before the game is over, maybe because you think you're going to lose, that means you are giving up. That's what it means to give up in this case. For example, don't give up so easily. Fight on. don't give up on your dreams.
不要轻言放弃，要继续奋战下去，绝对不要放弃你的梦想。那么 give up 就表示放弃，它可以当不及物用，像你可以说 hang in there, don't give up， 就是撑着点，别放弃啊。那么 give up 也可以当及物用，后面是接名词或动名词，例如Paul gave up his well-paying job and started his own business. Paul 放弃他那一份待遇优渥的工作，自己出来创业。那顺便补充一下，我们还可以用 give up on somebody or something 来表达说对某人或某事绝望而失去信心而决定来放弃。Well, that's good advice, Jeff. Fight on. Don't give up on your dreams. I like that.
Me too. I mean, who wants to live in a world without dreams? So, follow through. Don't quit. And have confidence in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. If you have confidence or confidence in yourself, you don't beat yourself up. You don't beat yourself. Why? Because you think you can win. Okay? You think that you can win or that you will win. You believe in yourself. So you don't beat yourself before the game has even started, let's say. Now, if you have confidence, you know who you are. And though you're not arrogant, oh, I'm so good, you're not like that. Okay? You do know that you're good and that you're a good person too. You have faith in yourself. So yes, have faith in yourself. Have confidence in yourself. For example, have confidence in yourself. After all, if you think you're going to lose, you probably will lose.
要对自己有信心，毕竟如果连你自己都认为会失败啊，那就很有可能会失败了。那么 confidence 这个名词就表示信心或是自信，当这个意思来解释时是不可数名词，我们可以用 have confidence in yourself 来表达对你自己有信心。例如You'll be more likely to achieve your goals if you have confidence in yourself. 如果你对自己有信心，你将更有可能会达成目标。Okay, folks, good news. Sentence number 2 is almost behind us, and that means a break is on the way.
We're almost there. If we stick with it, we'll get there in the end. We'll get there eventually. In the end, or eventually. The phrase in the end and the word eventually mean about the same thing. If something happens eventually, it happens. It happens finally after some period of time or after a lot has gone on. If something happens in the end, it might have taken a while, but this thing finally occurs. As though it were fated even. Anyways, for example, eventually, he graduated from college, and in the end, he was happy he did so.
最后他大学毕业了，很高兴自己有把大学念完。那我们要表达最后、最终怎么样怎么样，这个英文可以用 in the end， 或者是用这个副词 eventually。例如 ，Her parents didn't like the dog at first.But they eventually came to consider it part of their family. 一开始啊，他爸妈不喜欢那只狗，但最后呢，他们逐渐把它视为家庭一份子了。好，那么现在看完相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子哦。So the sentence could be:
As long as you don't give up and have confidence in yourself, you will succeed in the end.
Okay, everyone, we made it. We succeeded.No, we didn't graduate from college, but we are now finished with the first half of our lesson.
And that means it's time for a break, but don't go away. We'll be back soon.
Translation practice. Practice B.
People often do something that goes against their own wishes because of peer pressure.Though it might not be an easy thing, we should be firm and stick to our principles.
Welcome back. It is now time to start looking over the second and final part of this month's translation practice lesson. Annie, please
Yes.
tell us all about the third sentence of the day.
Sure, will do. 好，今天要翻译的第3句是人们常因为同侪压力去做违背意愿的事。那么主词是人们，动词是做。那这是来陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Okay. We all do things that we regret now and again. Oh, I wish I hadn't done that. Further, sometimes we regret the reasons for doing something. For instance, I regret having done certain things because of peer pressure. Because of peer pressure. Now, most people, kids at school especially, most people belong to a peer group, a group of friends of around the same age who share similar interests, let's say. Now, often, groups of people like this hang out in their spare time, do things together, etc. It is tempting to always go along with the crowd, to act as your friends do, to think as they do, etc. But is a group mind always right? Does a group always act properly? No. Still, the pressure to do what your friends are doing can be hard to resist and might lead you to do something that you regret. Yes, people can do silly things due to or because of peer pressure. For example, he dove off the cliff because of peer pressure. Big mistake.
什么？他竟然因为同侪压力，然后从悬崖上面跳水跳下去，这样也太可怕了！千万不要做这种事哦。那么 because of peer pressure 表示因为同侪压力，这边有2个重点。第一个是 because of， 它是指由于因为。就跟 due to、owing to 是意思相同的，那它们都是片语介系词，后面要接名词或动名词。例如 because of the bad weather, we had to cancel the picnic. 因为天气不好，我们必须取消这个野餐行程了。好，第2个重点 peer pressure 它是指同侪压力，其中这个 peer 就是指同辈、同侪的意思，像是He started smoking because of peer pressure. 他因为同侪压力而开始吸烟，这样真的很不好。Well, peer pressure is tough to resist. Why? Because you don't want to let your friends down, distance yourself from them, go against the group, etc.
But sometimes you have to say no. If not, peer pressure might lead you to do something that goes against your own wishes. Do something that goes against their own wishes. No one wants to do something bad. Or at least I hope not. Sometimes, though, we do things because of peer pressure, let's say, that we do not want to do. Now, if something goes against your wishes, that means you don't want to do that. You don't like it, etc. For example, you've got to stand your ground. Otherwise, people will try to make you do something that goes against your own wishes.
你必须坚定自己的立场，否则别人会试着要你做违背意愿的事。那么 do something that goes against their own wishes， 这表示说做违背他们意愿的事。那这边有3个重点哦。第一个 do something that 怎么样怎么样是表达做怎么样的事，那它是用 that 引导的形容词子句去修饰前面的 something。例如Do something that makes you happy every day. 每天都要做会让你感到开心的事。那么第2个重点 go against somebody or something 它是指违背违反与什么什么背道而驰。例如He won't do anything that goes against his principles. 他不会做任何违背自己原则的事。第3个重点 wish 和 will 都可以表达意愿希望，那么 will 的语义比较强烈，而且带有这个被迫做不想做的事。那么另外特别注意这个 will 它是不可数名词，那么 wish 则常常是用复数型哦。例如 They went against their parents' wishes and got married. 他们违背父母的意愿结婚了。好，现在看完相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子咯。So the sentence could be
People often do something that goes against their own wishes because of peer pressure.
Okay, good news everyone. It is now time to begin discussing the final sentence of today's lesson. 好，今天要翻译的第4句是，虽然可能不是一件容易的事，但我们应该要坚定并坚持自己的原则。那么主词是我们，动词是应该。那这句是在承接上一句，也是在陈述事实，所以时态用现在简单式。
Okay, the next correction is a good one. Though it might not be the best one ever, it is still pretty good. Though or although. Now notice I just started a 2-clause sentence with the word though. Notice also that the word but was nowhere to be found in the second clause of that sentence. That is something to remember, okay? Though and although are conjunctions, you see. In English, a sentence like the one above can only have one conjunction. That might not be the case in Chinese, but it is in English. Hence, do not use the conjunction but when you've already used though or although at the beginning of your sentence. For example, though he tried and tried, he still failed.
虽然他不断的尝试，但是失败了。好，我们要表达虽然怎么样，但怎么样。来看这个句型是 though 或是 although 主词加动词，逗号主词加动词。那特别注意，中文是说虽然怎么样，但是怎么样。可是，在英文里面，一个句子只会有一个连接词，所以 though 或是 although 不能跟连接词 but 一起连用。例如Though it was raining, they still went hiking. 那么 though 也可以换成 although， 表示说虽然下雨，他们还是去健行。那你也可以说 It was raining, but they still went hiking. 好，那回头来看我们要翻译的句子，要翻译说虽然可能不是一件容易的事，但我们怎么样怎么样，你就可以写作Though it might not be an easy thing, 逗号 we 怎么样怎么样，注意没有 but 哦。那么 though 同样可以换成 although， 那你也可以用 but 来改写，写作说 It might not be an easy thing, but we 怎么样怎么样。总之要记得这些连接词，你只能择一使用。So, he tried and tried and still failed? That's terrible.
I suppose it is. On the other hand, he did not give up. He tried until the very end. He remained firm and resolute in attempt after failed attempt. Firm. If you are firm, you are unshakable. You can't be changed in some way. You won't quit, maybe. You'll remain focused, etc. For instance, if you are firm in your beliefs, you believe something, and you won't allow people to affect your belief in that thing. So be firm. Why? Well, there's a number of reasons. For our lesson, though, you'll be able to resist peer pressure if you are firm. You won't have to do something that you don't want to do. For example, he didn't budge at all. He's totally firm in his beliefs.
他完全没有动摇，他的信念非常坚定。那么 Jeff 老师用到 budge 这个字 B-U-D-G-E， 它是指轻微移动或是改变主意的意思。那至于firm 它是形容词，形容坚定的、坚决的。有一个意思相近的字是 resolute， 它也是可以用来指说坚决的、坚定的。好，我们用 firm 来造句。She's a firm believer in karma。她坚信因果关系，是个坚定的信仰者。好，那接着我们来看最后一个重点是 stick to our principles。
Stick to our principles. By the way, if you are firm in what you believe, you probably have principles too. You know, rules that you live by. Principles. Anyways, if you are firm in your principles, you stick to them. Yes, if you stick to your principles, no one can change your principles, the rules by which you live your life. For example, if you don't stick to your principles, people will be able to manipulate you, and that's not good.
如果你不坚持自己的原则，别人就能操纵你。那么 stick to our principles 表示坚持我们自己的原则，其中这个 stick to 就可以表达坚持什么，坚守着什么，后面是接名词或动名词。例如 When it comes to losing weight,A lot of people have a hard time sticking to their diet. 说到减重啊，很多人都难以坚持他们这个节食计划。好，那现在看完相关文法重点，可以翻译整个句子咯。So the sentence could be,
Though it might not be an easy thing, we should be firm and stick to our principles.
Okay, everyone, with that, we are officially done with this month's translation practice lesson.
And that means that it is now time for a break. Don't go away, though. We'll be back next month with another translation practice lesson.
Hello， 各位同学，大家好，我是季安老师。我们来带大家看一下简短对话。我们今天要看的是另外一种不一样的问题提醒了，就是呢，遇到什么样的困难 ？OK， 比如说这个男生的 problem 在哪里？这个女生她的困难点 difficulty 在哪里啊？那遇到这种问题的时候呢，你要注意听的是什么？负面字眼 ，OK， 负面字眼哦，那。所谓的负面字眼等一下会跟大家讲什么叫负面字眼。来，常见的问题形式长这样What is the problem? What was the problem? What's the man's or the woman's problem? According to the conversation, what is the problem? Okay, what is wrong with something? What is the man or woman concerned or worried about? 他们在担忧个什么嘞？好，那我们来看一下这个通常会有这些什么 problem, concern, wrong 这些字眼。那你就要留意对话当中他抱怨担忧的一些关键字比如说 I'm a bit concerned about Jack's proposal 我有点担心呢 Jack 他的提案The problem is blah 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 I'm worried because OK 所以这些就是必须要注意的关键字眼那我们就知道之后来看一下这个What is wrong with the shirt woman bought? 你看到这个问题，你就知道说，女生买了一件衬衫，然后有问题。What is wrong with it? 那衬衫有问题的话是怎么样？要么颜色，要么大小嘛，对不对？我们看一下 ，the price is wrong 也有可能，对不对？这个价格标错了It is the wrong size 这个 size 不对。The button is loose 这个纽扣已经松了。最后 ，she doesn't like the color 不喜欢这个颜色，到底是哪一个？听听看就知道咯。
Excuse me, I purchased this shirt from your store 2 days ago, but it is just too small to wear.
It is just too small to wear. OK， 到这边应该答案就蹦出来了。
This is size M. Will size L fit you?
Yes, and could you also check if that comes in blue? I'd like to buy an extra shirt.
Certainly. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. We just ran out of blue. How about a green one? It's a popular color as well.
Question. What is wrong with the shirt the woman bought?
所以答案是 B 对不对 It's the wrong size 他说 It is just too small to wear 就是太小了小到我这个塞不下去了这样 OK 好的那我们这边应该就没有什么太大问题了你看这边 We ran out of blue Ran out of something Run out of something 是用完用光了所以它没有库存了 OK 好以上是我们今天的课程内容我是季安老师我们下堂课见拜拜
See you next time.